clicked on this video, chances are you're curious about what truly drives you in this life. Whether you're figuring out what matters most in life or just looking to understand yourself better, this video will help you uncover the power of values and show you the right way values can aid you grow your personality. Values aren't just abstract ideas, they are the building blocks of our decisions. So they help us in our relationships and even shape our personalities. So without much ado, I want us to dive into what values are, why they are essential, and how they help us shape our personality. My name is Ellis, and I'm an entrepreneur, a student, an innovator, and a lifelong learner. So I'll help you and aid you through this journey. Let's dive into it. I'll be relating to 8 points on values. And these points are: introduction to values, why values matter, types of values, how values influence our decisions, the role of values, how to identify your values, living by your values, evolving values to fit the personality of your choice. These are the 8 points I'll be talking about. Without much ado, let's get right into it. Values. Values are principles or standards that guide behavior and decision making. So, and throughout one's life or an individual's life, there are principles that are being followed, even though they are not strictly like rules and regulations that are to be followed. They are inbuilt and standards that guide the behavior and the decision making of an individual. These values are divided into two. There are personal values and societal values. Values that are personal are like individual beliefs. So there are beliefs of people which contradict with others because they are personal. They are the ones who believe in such. But apart from personal beliefs or individual beliefs, there are collective norms or societal values. And these values are accepted by a group of people, a society, a country, a state, or people who come together to take in one value as something they really trust in. Cultural influence is a way that upbringing shapes and builds our value. You see, our parents, which are from different tribes and different upbringings, tend to bring us in different ways. Therefore, when we meet each other, the way the attitude of another can affect us is different. Therefore, bringing a different view of values to everyone. Then, do values even matter anyways? They help as guiding principles. Just as how an individual navigating a specific terrain needs a compass, the values also serve as a moral compass, influencing an individual's daily choices. Throughout an individual's life, the upbringing of a specific value tends to steer that person towards a specific path, taking and accepting decisions and accepting choices that only don't conflict with his values. Values also help you be consistent, because if you cherish specific values, they help you in taking specific actions that maintain one's integrity. Values also help you impact your relationship. There are a number of types of values, and I'll talk about the 3 main ones. 1. Core values. These values are fundamental beliefs that are rarely changeable. They are instilled from the beginning of an individual's life. So maybe from the baby stage or the child stage, values such as honesty, respect, obedience are instilled in the individual. 2. Aspirational values. These values are values that an individual or an organization aims to develop. Example: sustainability, inclusivity, and other values that aid that organization. These values can even be related to personal self, even though they are used for a broad form of entity. Personally, individuals can try to improve their values and adapt new ones. 3. Inherited versus chosen values. These inherited values come from family, culture, while chosen values, consciously adopted ones, are picked up while an individual grows. How then do values influence our decisions? For example, decision making. People have frameworks, or individuals have frameworks. Some people have frameworks for making tough choices. And these tough choices all come from their prioritization of values. You see, in life, people have values, and these values are maybe spread apart. But when you arrange your values according to prioritization, when it comes to making decisions, when a value precedes the other, you choose the one that comes before the other, because that's the arrangement and prioritization of values. I'll give a real life example. We all watch movies, and in some movies you see maybe there's a temptation to pick something, but due to prioritization, they can go for something which they need much more than something they do not like. So due to prioritization, values are made to suffice the decisions of individuals. Leadership has always been one of the things I admire so much. So when I see a leader who has values and holds them to high esteem, I really appreciate those leaders. Now, how then do values have a role in leadership? You see, the values that leaders hold in high esteem inspire others and guide others, because followers tend to follow or take the steps of their leaders. They are being inspired by their leaders all the time and tend to learn the values of their leaders. Also, they build trust. Values build trust in such a way that leaders who help build a trust with followers and team members help them really believe that their leaders are the ones they should put their trust in. 3. Aligning your vision and values are one of the best ways to create a stronger future for yourself, because with every step you take, you make sure your values are in line with your vision. And this helps you build a stronger foundation and steers you towards the right path. Maybe up to this point, you may ask yourself, how then do you identify your values? Self-reflection and self-examination is the key. Those two words are the best in finding and identifying your values. Maybe you found yourself in a situation where you were able to clarify a certain part of you that you never knew was superior. That's when you can find the specific values you really cherish. In those situations, your values make you shine. Also, value assessment tools can help you. For example, values checklist and journaling, which is writing your whole lifetime stories, can help you identify specific values that you really cherish and hold in high esteem. The application is one way of living by your values. You see, discussing the way to improve values is one of the topics I really enjoy. Values and its application daily determines how much you respect your values. Even though there are challenges in trying to live by your values in such a complex world, there are ways you can live an authentic life and be true to your values to lead a more authentic and fulfilling life. Such challenges may be peer pressure, social expectations that maybe you've not been able to achieve. But however, these challenges, which are setbacks, do not take you away from respecting and cherishing your values. They rather help you know that you have a value or go without. So you do anything that will make you respect your values. Really love the mindset of being successful. So how then do you evolve your values to be in such alignment to being successful? You see, you always need to grow and you always need to adapt to change. You see, values can evolve, and as people, we experience a lot in life and learn new things. Therefore, we are able to adapt and encourage flexibility, so we are able to adjust our values without losing our core principles. So if you want to align your values to become a successful person, you have to know that your core values always remain how they are. But then accepting change is how you become a person with a mindset of being successful. The third thing I like to talk about here is continuous learning. And this is a path that I seek to chase. Value is something an individual who has the mind of being successful and the mindset of achieving anything is someone who always is reassessing his values and finding ways and values that align with being successful. What have we learned about values? You see, values are essential for a well-lived life. Therefore, you have to know what values mean, how they help an individual in life, and also how they characterize the personality of an individual. Therefore, I encourage you all to reflect on your values and commit by living to them, and also find ways to adapt and change to values that align themselves to being successful. I welcome you to the family. We're all going to win one day, and I'll see you in the next one.